Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. You are tuned in to The Real Psychic Investigators, and my name is NEHRU. Happy Christmas Eve to everyone. Happy Christmas Eve to everyone. We are going to go ahead and get into a short psychic investigation read here in a moment. But before we get started, first of all, thank you so much for all that you do for the channel. As far as your shares and things, on average, the videos are shared twice, and I think that's amazing. For 400 and I don't know, 66 subscribers, whatever it is currently, we have almost 900 shares. Okay, and so yeah, okay. So I want to share two dreams. And again, the dream state has been extremely active recently. Perhaps that's the same for you, collective or investigators. And that is just a sign of you ascending. That is just a sign of you ascending. Okay. I know for those of you on the East Coast, it's in the U.S., it's fairly late. It's 10:30 in the evening. So if you have children, perhaps they are sleeping and excited about what gifts you have brought them. And I hope your Christmas season is good for however you celebrate that and whatever you celebrate. If you do not celebrate Christmas, I've not been traditionally a big Christmas person. I like the energy of the season. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Come in, have a seat, relax, okay? But I've not been one to a big Christmas celebration person. As far as the pagan holiday is concerned, okay, and celebrating the birth of Christ, because first of all, they were born in August or September, okay, because they were born in a cave, okay, and so they weren't born in a cave in the middle of winter. And we know what the winter is in the Middle East, okay? They were actually born somewhere else and then later went to that cave. And if you read the infancy of Yeshua or infancy of Jesus, you will see that. So there's been, again, some more manipulation in the Bible as far as that story. And in the end, the marketing of Christmas is just another one of those deceptions. But I had two dreams last night, and the second dream involved Judy. And again, for those of you who have not heard that my journey, that is the woman who I was raised by, who I believed was my mother, okay? And it was like a dinner celebration type of thing. And I interpret that as the Last Supper, okay? And so there was a lot of food, and it was very good. And in fact, I went back for more in the dream. And so perhaps, again, your Christmas dinner and all of that, you resonate with that. But in the dream, her and I were having a conversation. And she told me in the dream that on Wednesday, she starts a new job, okay? And I was like, oh, okay, all right. And I woke up, and the dream and the song that was resonating is Phil Collins' Take a Good Look at Me Now, okay? So the song goes, take a good look at me now. There's just an empty space. There's nothing here to remind me, just the memory of your face. Take a good look at me now. Well, I'll just be standing here because I know coming back to me is against all odds. You coming back to me is against all odds. And that's something I've got to face. Okay? So take a good look at me now. That's the energy of the karmics. Those who you gave unconditional love to, past lovers, past husbands, past wives, that's the energy. Take a good look at me now. And I'll still be standing here because I know you coming back to me is against all odds. Okay? So the second dream, or the other dream, actually, that was the second dream. Okay? And I interpret her as starting her new job as her no longer being here as of Wednesday. Okay? Or whatever that Wednesday is, this coming Wednesday, next Wednesday, 25 Wednesdays from now, whatever that is. Okay? So, on to her next esoteric journey out of this 3D place, off this planet, and the physical body being sown or turned to ashes, however that is for her. And I remember us having that conversation, and we both agreed on not burying the physical body. I don't believe in that, just FYI. I don't believe in that. And so, yeah. So perhaps for you, someone will be leaving and they will be starting their new job on Wednesday or a Wednesday. Okay. It's interesting in that song with Phil Collins that part of it says that they'll just be standing there. So they're still not, they would have never moved. They would have never ascended. They would have never awakened during the time that you were in communication with them or in connection with them. They never would have woken up. Okay? They would have just strung you along, whatever. Okay? So the second dream is Kevin. Listen to the names. Kevin, Janet, Yolanda, Shanita, Kimberly. Okay? And I was getting ready to go out on my motorcycle. Okay? And I've had 5 motorcycles. And I look forward to the 6th one and the 7th one and the 8th one. I look forward to that. I may have all of those at the same time, 6, 7, and 8. And we were sitting around on the floor, okay? And for a rare time, Kevin was not combative. Again, he's the warlock who was serving a 40 to 60 year sentence in Saginaw, Michigan, okay, since 2014. And part for getting a 15-year-old pregnant in 2009. And again, he was a polygamist, okay? Give me just one moment. Okay. And so sitting around having this conversation, and I don't recall all of the communication going on, but it wasn't hostile or anything like that. It was just chatter, you know. And he said, or I said, do you know about Matthew 6 and 22? And of course he does. He was a pastor for 30-something years, a reverend for 30-something years, and a polygamist and all of that. Like so many religious people have dark lives that they live, homosexual, bisexual lives, polygamous, polyamorous lives, so many, okay? That lie, cheat, and steal, kill, and destroy in some sort of way. Other families, their bloodline, your bloodline, my blood, that's what they do. That's what the darkness does, okay? And they were like, oh yeah, him and Janet, Janet, okay? Oh yeah, By the way, someone's on the run, okay? And it's like, oh yeah, I know, yeah, Open up your eyes. And I was like, no, I said, it says and Janet was like, yeah, it says open up your eyes. And I was like, no, that's not what it says. I said, it says to open up your eye. It's singular. Even in the good book, the Bible, it's singular. Okay, and it says open up your eye, your third eye, to see the true light. That's what Matthew 6 and 22 says. And they were just looking like, Oh, okay. Um, so, yeah, you know, those were the two dreams. So we're going to go ahead and again get into a short reading here. And again, I know it's late, okay, in the U.S., and I don't do what I do only for people in the U.S., but I do know that that's where the majority of the listeners are today. All right, so let's go ahead and get into a divine source. I thank you so much for the day. I thank you for my journey. I thank you for what my journey reveals, what it is revealing, what it will reveal. I thank you for the collective's journey, all of you who embrace your journey and the great challenge of becoming your highest, purest, truest self, because that's truly what it's about, okay? It's not about the enemy. It's not about what they did to you. It's not about how they came against you. It's not about any of those things. Ooh, I just realized the camera's turned around. Give me just one moment. I just realized the camera's not. Huh, that's interesting. I wonder why that's showing up like that. Uh, can someone put a comment in the chat and let me know? Can you see my face? Can someone in the chat let me know if you can see my face? Let me know if you can see my face. Anyone in the chat? I know there's only 5 people in the chat, but can you let me know if you can see my face? Give me just one moment. I think I'm going to restart this live. I'm not sure what's going on, but give me just one moment. Yeah, thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to start this live over again here in just a moment. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. There we go. There we go. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, there we go. All right. Um, I don't know what was I don't know what was going on there. Right. So again, in that song about Phil Collins with Phil Collins, it talks about uh, your face. Okay, something about your face. Um, so very interesting. Okay. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate that. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what the energy is about. Divine Source, I thank you for the journey again, for both the high vibrational investigators and the investigators who are dark, and the judges, attorneys who came against the collective. I'm thankful for them too, because without them, there would be no revealing of the enemy, and the enemy would be allowed to continue their narcissistic ways. Okay, so I'm thankful for the enemy. Okay, um, yeah, thankful for the enemy. Okay, and I'm thankful for my journey. I'm glad I was sown into the places that I was sown into in my John and my Joseph experience. I'm thankful for that. Okay, I'm thankful for all. Oh, come on, Lisa. You can't be making homie blush. You can't be making homie blush. Come on. Yes. Thank you so much. I send great love to you. Thank you so much. Okay, on one side we have the Three of Swords and the Devil on the right side. Okay, they're on the wrong side, but yeah. Okay. And again, for some of us, the devil, the enemy, the demons now help us because we've ascended to such a place where they they know that they are defeated, okay? And divine is exalted. They know, okay? We'll take what we have right here. Which is actually quite a bit. Something's going boom, something's about to blow up, okay? You are in you have a strong solar plexus energy at this time, collective. A strong solar plexus energy that deals with your confidence and your self-esteem, okay? Within yourself, okay? Again, that's Mamba energy, okay? Someone's in your face. If those of you who have ever watched Kobe highlights, hello, Uggs. Hello, Uggs. Hello. If you've ever watched Kobe Bryant highlights, and you know the defender has their hand right here in Kobe's face, right here in his face, 2 inches from his nose, and he's just draining them. He's just draining jumpers, and the defender is right here, right? He can't. I mean, it's like. And Kobe said he doesn't even see their hand. He's so locked in, he doesn't even see the hand in his face, and he's just raining on them, right? So the enemy tries to block your vision, and you just swishing on them, okay? Thank you so much, spiritual helpers, okay? In all dimensions. Again, my dream state has been extremely active, and yeah, both with energy of sorrow, okay, and apologetic energy, as well as again with Kevin, sometimes combative energy again, because to me he's the devil incarnate. That's who Kevin is, okay. And again, you'd have to be some form of Satan to be in your 50s and get a 15-year-old pregnant. You'd have to be some form of Satan. You'd have to be. To my divine masculine, female, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope your Christmas is going well. I don't know how you celebrate that with you and your family, but however you celebrate that, I hope it's going well, and I hope you are enjoying it. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. We have crown protection on top. We have a weather event, okay, and we have once a liar, always a liar. Okay, so crown protection. Again, my crown has been extremely active, okay? And that's in part why the dream state is so vivid, okay? So we have the Three of Swords, someone trying to stop you in some way, someone trying to halt you, okay? Again, we know what that is today, investigators and collective. Them trying to stop you in your investigations, them trying to stop you from pursuing the truth, whether that's your truth or the truth of someone else. You could be an oracle or an empath and have something like a YouTube channel or some other platform, and they could be trying to stop you from speaking the truth about your journey or someone else's. We have BMW, okay, someone's initials or the vehicle. Okay. We have a secret society, Wolf's Head, okay? That's another secret society, Wolf's Head. Wolf's Head is another secret society, okay? Looking at the names Jerry, Jerome, Jersey, and Jerry, okay? So there could be something about Jerry, something about Jersey, New Jersey, a Jersey. Hey, Jersey. Um, yeah. Could be something about Tom and Jerry. This says resurgence of divine order. Resurgence of divine order. There could be something investigators about organ harvesting that comes out in this reading. Organ harvesting. Okay? Focus on your desires. And that is on one side of the Queen of Swords energy. Focus on your desires, and your ancestors are helping you with this. Okay? So pay attention to the feathered beings around you. Okay? The feathered beings around you. Pay attention to those. Okay? Your ancestors, some of them are feathered beings in their current state. Okay. I'm reminded also spiritually, this is high vibrational spiritual guides, okay? But on earth, we know what ISIS is, right? And there's a lot of information or a lot of news out right now going on with ISIS. So again, organ harvesting or whatever that is, ISIS, okay? And I'm reminded when I think about feathered ancestors, I think about what we attract, our aura, okay, and what we attract, okay? And for me, the beings that I am highly attracted to, or that are highly attracted to me, I should say, are children and dogs, okay? And dogs represent loyalty, okay? Dogs represent loyalty, okay? And there are 3 children this lifetime that whose names I will mention, and the supernatural connection that I had with them. One's name is Eric Trost, okay? And Eric is a Scorpio. I believe Eric was born on 11/11, okay? And Eric is probably 22, 3, 4, something now, okay? But when I was connected to Eric, he was a kid. I met Eric probably when he was 6 years old, okay? And Eric would just come over to me, and I met him when I was at the Rock of Central Florida. You could be in this Queen of Swords energy. Again, your ancestors protecting you, okay, with this Queen of Swords energy, okay? I met Eric and his family when I was at the Rock of Central Florida. And Eric would just come over to me. And during the praise and worship part of the service, and he would just stand there next to me. He would hold my hand, okay? And I didn't ask him to, I never did, but he was just drawn to my energy and my spirit. Another is Isabella, okay? And Isabella's mother's name is Angela. And when I met Isabella, she was 8, and she turned 9 during the time that I was physically around her, okay? And again, she was another one. I didn't know her, okay? But she would just come over to me on the days when her parents would come to service. She would just come over she would stand up there next to me, and she just wanted to talk to me. Hi, what's your name? Hi. I mean, just as incredible. And my heart was so touched, just like it is a beautiful name, just like hey, Honesty, and just like Lisa, when Lisa said I love you, I had to take a moment, and I'll always cherish those who genuinely love me now that I know what it is to walk alone with unconditional love. I'll always cherish those who genuinely love me because I know what it is to walk alone with unconditional love. And so the other gentleman, or the other kid, he's still a kid today, this one, and so is Isabella, because I only met Isabella in 2021, 20, something like that, okay? And the other, his name is Noah Miranda, Noah, okay? So Eric, Noah, Isabella, okay? And when I met Noah, he was a toddler, okay? And little, just super curly hair. And yeah, just the cutest little boy. And he was just drawn into me. And yeah, those are special connections. So there's something about an intervention, and again, that speaks to your spirit, that speaks to your aura. Okay? All right. So an intervention, and guess what? That's on one side of the devil. Okay? The devil needs an intervention. So I've been recently talking about health, okay, and how exercise is an exorcism. And I borrowed that from someone who is a top fan here, whose name is Justice League. We are Justice League, okay? Connect with the Galactic Federation today, okay? If you have opportunity, connect with the Galactic Federation today. So this devil, this dark energy that needs an intervention, this card says, gained 50 plus pounds due to backfires, okay? Gained 50 pounds due to backfires. And that little image down there says, I'm fat now. That's what that says. It says I'm fat now. So, okay, again, your physical well-being is an indication of your spiritual well-being. And that was a confirmation horn honk. Your spiritual well-being or your physical well-being is a confirmation of your physical well-being. Okay? So, you could see someone in the future and you could see them all out of shape because they are spiritually, because you took your healing power away. Rivera and Ronaldo, okay? Yeah, definitely honesty. Hello, is it Keontae? Hello, Keontae. Hope you're doing well. Happy Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. Okay. Again, I'm not big on Christmas per se. Okay. There's a chancellor out here. Okay. So someone who's ahead of something. Okay. A chancellor could be anything and it means different things in different countries. Okay. It could be a school professor or a college professor, university. It could be a teacher, an administrator of a school. Okay. Public or private, okay? Yeah, okay, a chancellor. This could also be someone who's the head of something, some organization. Again, we have a secret society wolf's head out here, so this could be someone who is the head of that secret society currently, okay? We have the first message out here, and it says, I'm starting to feel more confident in my own power and in my own decisions, and I can see clearly what actions I need to take. King of Swords. Okay, so we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Okay. For some of you, there's a pedophile nearby you. If you've recently relocated, okay, you need to take a look at the sex offender registry. Okay, in your neighborhood, you need to take a look at the sex offender registry. If you have not, but you will, take a look at that before. You might want to change the location of where you move to. There's a utility company involved, okay? Someone who works at a utility company, investigators, okay? So they could have been raising your bill, okay? Adding charges onto your bill unnecessarily, illegally, okay? Just so you could give them more money. So again, just like the church, just like the state, okay, they can legally put you into poverty, okay? Legally put you into poverty. The church can legally put you into poverty. Why? Because there's 5 people here that's going to give me $1,000. Your rent is $800. You give me $1,000 and the Lord will multiply it this week. Don't give them that money. Don't. I'd get up and walk out immediately because that's manipulation. Hello, Donna. Hey, Donna, good to see you. Okay, that's manipulation. They should never be standing up telling you there's a people who's going to give me this certain amount of money. First of all, the church shouldn't be asking for your money in the first place. Okay? You should be giving as divine guides you. There is no 10% rule. There is no 10% rule. Divine, let them know. There is no 10% rule. It's as you are guided. Okay? So from your $800, from your $1,000, divine might say give $10 because divine knows your rent is $800. Okay? There is not a minister in the world who would tell you that, probably, of a religious organization. There's probably not a minister in the world who would accept your $2. No, you need to give a minimum of 10, you need to give $100 on that $1,000. Okay? Someone's spouse is in another relationship, wife or husband. Okay? This is a 10 of Pentacles. Oh, I said 10 of Pentacles. It's the 10 of Wands, okay? So this is the 10 of Wands, okay? So this is a cycle completion. This is a cycle completion. Wash your hands. Clean your hands of them. Wash. Okay? The names Tate, Colton, Tristan, and Nash, or Nashville, Tennessee. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Okay. 10 people in the room, 3 likes. Okay. I don't know if whoever normally says it, is it Victoria? I don't know who normally says it. But someone's like, haters hit the like button or something like that. I don't know who normally says that in the lives, but yeah. Tristan, Tate, Colt, okay? Colt McCoy is a former college standout quarterback, the name McCoy, okay? Lisa Ray McCoy, okay? 21, okay? All my life, I was trying to fill a void inside me by doing more, but now that I found myself, I feel complete and see extras as blessings again. So someone's waking up, okay? You are waking someone up. This is what you do when you walk away. In some cases, this is what you do, okay? You wake up the darkness when you walk away, okay? Because often while you're standing there in the light or as the light, they think it's them, okay? So they prosper while you're in their energy, okay? The business prospers, their job prospers, okay? They get raises, okay? And not just 50 cents a year, okay? And now that you're not, they don't have a job, okay? Their business isn't going anywhere, okay? Business is getting audited, okay? And not passing those audits, okay? Something about a bachelor or a bachelorette party, you or someone else. Yeah, amen to that, Lisa, okay? Bachelor or bachelorette party, okay? I've never been to a bachelor party, and I've never had a bachelor party. I've been married twice. Both of those marriages, for me, everything is threes. For me, everything is threes, okay? My third marriage will be my last and final marriage on this planet, okay? I have 3 kidneys. The third one I received on 7/7/17. They no longer remove your native kidneys. For all I know, with my healing power, all 3 of my kidneys might work. Okay, because again, I take no medication at all, no anti-rejection meds, which is supposed to be a lifelong thing, okay, because divine never does anything half-ass, never, okay? So if you're worried about what you're going to receive, if you're worried about when, if you're worried about, just understand divine never does anything half-ass. So if they said they're going to do it, all you have to do is be faithful to the journey and they will do it, okay? So temperance. Okay, on the other side of bachelor party, temperance. Sagittarian and, oh, this is judgment. I'm calling out other cards. Judgment, all right? So, judgment, okay? So this bachelor party or bachelorette party could be judgment against those who didn't want you to get married. Again, okay? Who came against your divine union journey, okay, or who was supposed to be your divine union, but they didn't make the cut. In golf, you have to make the cut. Every day, you have to make the cut leading to Sunday. You have to make the cut, okay, and it gets more and more difficult every day to make the cut, okay? You have to make the cut. I remember trying out for basketball teams, football teams. You have to make the cut, okay? You have to be good enough, okay? You have to be this tall to ride this ride. You know what I'm saying, right? So, judgment. I am at peace with the outcome of my situation, and this is an affirmation. I am okay with the outcome of my situation. Investigators, you, us, a Russian cartel is significant. A Russian cartel. Again, this could be Russia in cahoots with ISIS or what have you. Okay? We got another secret society. Okay? So, cartels are secret societies, although they are not officially classified as that. Cartels are secret societies. Okay? One of the things that I looked into is, if you are a professional athlete, okay, we do have a lot of celebrity energy out here all of the time. Taye Diggs, okay, we do have a lot of celebrity energy that comes out here. And one of the things that is a cartel is the NFL, okay? And college is becoming that too, with compensating athletes now and trading them around like merchandise. And the owners, the NFL teams, have far more leeway in what they can do with an athlete than the athlete can about the team. So as an example, a team can trade you, professional athlete, without your knowledge, but you can't just say fuck you and walk off the scene and not perform for them because they are mistreating you. So they can let you go without giving you a heads up, but you can't do the same to them. Okay? And that's a double standard. Okay? Because if they're going to fuck you over, you should be able to fuck them over just as well as they fuck you over. Is that not true? Again, it's a cartel. Okay? I will use you and abuse you, and then when I'm done with you, without notification, I just throw your ass away. I just ghost you. NFL teams do that. NBA teams do. I just ghost you. But the players do not have the same authority over their own career. Tell me if that's not low vibrational and demonic. Tell me. Okay. On the other side of skull and bones, we have money, because that's what they're after. Again, money. Cartels, churches, politicians, governments. It's all about the dollar. Okay? Old technology, no longer working, broke down. Someone's car could be sitting in their garage or driveway like this now. Or this is their energy again. Take a good look at me now. Well, there's just an empty space. A water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay. And the Hierophant is revealing. Okay. So we have the Hierophant energy out here. Again, a guru. Someone might follow Sadhguru. I don't know if, someone might follow Sadhguru or some other guru. Okay. But this gives like Gandhi, type of energy, some type of spiritual monk, okay, some type of shamanistic, okay, energy, this Hierophant, okay. Many spend a lot of time alone. The individuals who are the wisest, they spend a lot of time alone. This is Hierophant energy. They spend a lot of time in hermit mode. Okay? Religious demons. Something about gunshots, investigators and collective. Something about gunshots. Okay? Pow, pow, bang, bang. Third eye protection. Okay, here we go. We have Selma, Salem, Hickory, and Heath. Take a look at the names, collective and investigators. Take a look at the names. Okay, these individuals might do third eye protection or need to, or you might need to do third eye protection against these individuals. Okay, or those could be places. Most of those places that I am aware of, most of these places are in North Carolina. Shout out to Carol. Okay, shout out to Carol. She knows who she is. Selma, Salem, Hickory, Heath. Okay, again, Heath Candy Bar. Greece or Grecian. Someone's Greece or Grecian. Okay, currently or ancestrally. Okay, you could be a Grecian shaman. Okay. Take a look, okay? Someone's going to die in prison. Someone's going to die in prison. In this Five of Swords energy, someone's going to die in prison in this Five of Swords energy. Alistair, Aikman, Allen, Acorn, or Amister. Any of those names, investigators and collective. Again, Alistair, Aikman, Allen, Acorn, and Amister. Okay? It's really sad the way that these professional teams screw over these athletes. It's really, really sad. Okay? And again, they're just merchandise to the teams. They're just merchandise. Okay? Less is more at this time, whatever less is more is. Again, during the holiday season, you know, have 2 scotches instead of 5, you know, have 2 cocktails instead of 6, whatever that is. Okay, less is more. Okay. You smoke cigarettes, don't smoke a cigarette every hour. You know what I mean? Whatever, I'm not sure, whatever that is. Okay. Less is more. One side, we have the alien. That's what they tried to do to you, alienate you. And also the government, not just me, but for you, collective, the government could have evidence that you have alien DNA. Okay? I know they have evidence of me. I already know. There's picture proof. Okay? I remember one time at one point when I was sick, and they were trying to figure out what was going on with me. Okay, it was a rare autoimmune virus called IgG4 nephropathy. IgG4 nephropathy, look it up when you have an opportunity. IgG4, the number 4, nephropathy, okay, is the scientific term of the illness that attacked my kidneys and caused me to go on dialysis in 2013. But essentially, it was this. That's really what it was. Okay, again, the warlock. That's what it was. Okay, and Judy, who's starting a new job on a Wednesday off of this planet. Okay? And I remember in the hospital, I had gotten down to like 135 pounds. I was really, really skinny, really skinny. I couldn't keep anything down. If I ate something at all, I was in the bathroom for hours. It got put to the point to where it was hours, and it increased. It went from 30 minutes, then it'd be to 45 minutes, an hour, and then okay? I remember when I was in the hospital at one point, the medical professionals were wearing hazmat suits when they would come in. No lie. They would wear hazmat suits because they didn't know what it was. IgG4 nephropathy has only been diagnosed as a autoimmune virus since 2010. They were looking at me 3 years later. The nephrologist, the VA nephrologist in Orlando, Dr. Carr, K-A-R-R, Dr. Carr, he didn't even know what it was. He had to consult the National Kidney Administration in Minnesota. He didn't even know what it was. He said, I've treated over 400 and something acute and chronic kidney patients. He said, I have never seen this before. He said, do you mind if I share your blood work with the National Kidney Association? I said, sure. Find out what's going on with me. I'm losing weight. I'm disappearing. Yeah, find out what's going on. So they already have my DNA. They already know it's rare, almost extinct. Perhaps to them it was extinct until I showed up. And again, my journey is for a demonstration. It's not me bragging. My intentions were never to marry you, okay? So someone's intentions were truly, truly never to marry you. It was just to use you, abuse you, take you out, do the hit, get the money, and get out. Now we have an American cartel out here, okay? We have Deja Vu. You've been there before. You've done it. Deja Vu. Okay? That is on one side of the Eight of Cups for a walking away, and we have North Korea. So we have communist energy out here. Okay? Racist communist energy out here, North Korea. Okay? Looking at Josephine and Joseph. Josephine and Joseph. Okay? So you walked away, and eventually they walked away again. That's why they're taking a good look at you now, okay? And there's just an empty space. All they can do is remember your face, okay? Something's going boom. There's about to be an explosion. This could be an explosion in the natural, like boom, atomic bomb, bombing, okay? We know the volatility currently going on between the U.S. and several other places, and whatever, Russia and ISIS and Venezuela and wherever, okay? Okay? Electronic receipts and kindred spirits approaching, okay? So kindred spirits approaching speaks to your soul tribe coming in, okay? Hey, Linda, how you doing, okay? So this speaks to your soul tribe coming in, okay? Again, so many of you are becoming a part of my soul tribe. So many of you, and I know, I'm mature enough to know today that most ships, relationships, love ships, or whatever they are, most ships do not last forever. They only last for a season. I'm mature enough to know that today and to not be clingy, okay? Or hold on to something beyond its expiration date. Beyond its expiration date. Okay. But kindred spirits approaching, electronic receipts, and something going boom. Again, this could be news, or this could be war, okay? Or what have you, okay? Some of you watching could be in the military. You could have sons or daughters in the military, okay? If your son or daughter volunteered to